The inner and outer worlds of ourselves. Okay, let's get into this. Dr. Robert Cassar, eartheracademy.com. This is another Rethinking reality. And I was just thinking about this the other day, is because, the inner and outer worlds of ourselves, or yourself. So let's just pull that apart a little bit and just look at it from another perspective. Because a lot of times we're swimming in our own fishbowl. We can't even see the world within ourselves and or the world outside of ourselves as good as we should, or at all. So, are you in control of your inner and outer worlds? That's just a question for your own mind. So let's get into the outer world first. The outer world. Are you in control of the money system? Of course not. You just learn how to use it, right? The outer world. Okay, are you in control of your food supply? Well, somewhat, right? You have to learn about GMOs. You have to learn about, just chemicals, in fact. Just have to learn about a lot of things to be able to make a good decision on maybe what you want to eat and or maybe what you don't want to eat. And as far as plants go, remember the outer world, a lot of the plants that you see today, those are genetically modified. Even, remember, where do you think broccoli came from? Cauliflower came from? Are those what you can call heirloom? Okay, carrots, remember, are this big. They're not a foot long, same as bananas. So anyways, there's a lot to learn on a lot of different parts. So the outer world, basically, you do have somewhat control of your world. But there is a big world for you to be able to maybe change your diet. Remember, and that's going to go ahead and have to do with critical thinking again. All I can do is tell you my journey. And my journey, remember, is my journey. It's not your journey, it's mine. But you may learn a few things out of it. So, as any person who's really looking at the game here is to be able to, upgrade, enhance, and optimize yourself, then you would want to maybe look into your not only lifestyle but your diet. Find out truly what works well for you. Maybe it doesn't work for someone else, but what works for you. And I can show you what worked for me and or didn't work for me. Again, eartheracademy.com. Lots of private videos there. Probably done over 1,000 videos. And, it's not easy to show people your journey, because once you start your journey, you find out sometimes, why am I going to do what I'm going to do? It's because you found out what you were doing wasn't optimal. So what do? You upgrade, right? And if you exercise, you will enhance your biology. And even if you don't exercise, at least you'll enhance your nutritional storage in your body. So the outer world, remember, is a complete outside system. Makes you go ahead and go to work 5 days a week. You go to school 5 days a week to be able to learn about a lot of theories. And there's nothing wrong with that. Remember, you had amnesia in this world. I'm just going to bounce around here a little bit, and we'll get to the inner world in a second, okay? But you've had amnesia in this world, of course, since the day you were born. And I've said this many times. Did you know how to wipe your arse in the right direction? And what has that got to do with anything? Because, remember, your software programs, our software programs in this realm, when you come here, are wiped clean. You don't have any software programs that the birds, the bees, the whales, the snails, or any of these creatures that you can call maybe original creatures, because they do have a program. Everything has a program, and that means there must be a programmer, right? The finch, the snake, like I said, the birds, the bees, the whales, the snails. Okay, each one has individual programs. They know what to eat. They know how to, maybe mate. Or their biological computer, of course, is so complex, we don't understand, of course, 1,000% of how anything works here. We have a lot of theories on everything. But anyways, okay, so the outer world, okay, has a lot to do with your belief and your perspective on what you hear, okay? What you see with your eyes. Maybe you can believe what you see with your eyes, but then again, maybe not. But what you hear with your ears, okay, is hearsay. And there's a lot of hearsay going around all over the place, causing a lot of insanity, as you can see. And you have to beg the question, remember, the inner world and the outer world, what kind of realm is this? Could it be possible that this place that we live in is a heaven and hell scenario? And it has to do with micro and macrocosm. You know, everything is as above, so below, to basically what is small, what is also big. You know, and it goes deep. How do you explain to people when you've been looking into this? I've been looking into this over 40 years. Okay? And what is that? Well, it's a lot of the things that most people don't look at, because maybe your program doesn't want you to see what my program wants me to see, my program. So we're all, as you know, a sum of the parts of the sum of the whole, individually and of course collectively. But you can see how this farm that we live on, okay, tells you the language to use, how to dress, what language to use, and maybe the current trend for you to be able to do what it wants you to do is because everybody else is doing it too, right? We're all in this together, right? So, you know, I look at this place we live in as a training ground, and there are lots of booby traps here, lots. And Earther Academy, again, I've shown you all throughout my, you know, remember I started in maybe 2008 at long-haired hippie hair. Of course, my consciousness has changed maybe 20 times since then. It's advanced itself because it's had more information put into my field of critical thinking. Okay, not just indoctrination. I had to be able to put that to the side and be able to go ahead and question a lot of things that I've been told, because, well, if the world is perfect, then I don't have to question anything. But if the world is not too well, and or around me is not too well, then I'm going to question pretty much everything. Why is that the way? Why is there so many diabetic people? Why are there so many obese people? Why are all these things happening to people? Remember, part of your world is to be able to critically think within your world. Meaning that, remember, your body is nothing more than your machine, your organic machine. This is, you can call it an avatar, you can call it an organic meat sack. Remember, it needs a dreamer to be able to activate it. It doesn't work by itself. It is a genius computer, though, as we are. Remember, we were born here with amnesia. So your inner world, you had no idea about anything, okay? You're starting to learn about, maybe, have you ever even seen a red blood cell? It's easy to see. Prick your finger, right? Get a microscope and check it out. What are those things? Okay? What is that fluid that surrounds, okay, my body inside, contained by the skin, that holds 75,000 miles of hose? Remember, this is an incredible machine, this instrument. You can call it of God, or the creator, or of the programmer, because not only does the machine have to go ahead and function, but it has to be programmed to function. It's called self-organization, right? You cut yourself and it self-organizes itself and repairs and heals itself, as this machine does. But once it's corrupted, once the outer world corrupts the inner world, it's only because maybe you're not really thinking things through. You do live in a predator versus prey, you can call it ecosystem. This is where we live. Okay? I say we live in this place. It's called heaven and hell. It's a purgatory here. It's a training ground for some, and for others, it's what it is, right? Everybody's got their own world. Inner world, it's your world. It's your earth. It's your body. And what lives in your body, okay, is exactly like the Earth humans, supposedly 8 billion of them, right? But Do you really know that, or you just heard that? Have you ever seen an atom, or you've just heard they exist? How about an electron? How about a photon? Have you ever seen any of those? How about even a virus? Have you seen one of those? You've seen pictures of them and or maybe CGIs of them, but for sure you have never seen them yourselves. Okay? Because you don't have the equipment, and or even if you did, remember, show it to me. Electrons, neutrons, protons. Go ahead. Anyways, we're all programmed from birth to be able to believe in the religions that we honor. And there is a lot of good pieces of the religions. Remember, there's a lot of good pieces. When you're amnesiac, you pick the good of the good and you leave what maybe is the story that should give you maybe a lesson to learn. Each of the books, when you have amnesia, have some form of truth to them. Because half of the ideas that we get are from stories that others have told. So we can learn from other people's stories, so maybe we don't have to repeat some of those things. The inner world. Now we're talking, guys. Remember, the inner part of the body is unknowable. And if any doctor says they know how the body works, they think they know how the body works. That's what they know. They don't know they know. And I've done a lot of research, became a doctor of chiropractic, and specialized after that. Okay, parasitology, toxicology, all different layers. Okay, just to be able to see wherever the truth took me, then I want to follow it, because remember, the cause of all disease was one of the things I was looking into. And once I found out that parasites are in the body causing a lot of problems, remember, this is your inner body, and we've done lots of videos on parasites. Okay? And you should go ahead and, just take a look, because these are real. People say, oh, there's no parasites. Guys, you're dreaming a dream that you don't want to dream, only because maybe the truth is going to scare the crap out of you, that you have invaders inside your earth, inside your body, inside your temple. This congregation of critters, okay, are causing you to be able to malfunction as an organic computer. Just think of yourself as an organic computer, and you've got, as your computer gets viruses inside itself, it causes it to malfunction, causes it to glitch. Once the parasites are inside the body, remember, they do feed off the host, and the host, of course, is unknown to this invisible to the body, especially to you, because they're microscopic, most of them, and or they start microscopic and turn into sometimes a 50-foot serpent. Remember the pig tapeworm, pork tapeworm, okay, Tinea saginata, it's called, Tinea soleus, okay, fish tapeworm. These are all well known to invade not only animals but humans, and they grow about a foot a year. Talked about them many times. This is your inner world, and if you knew that your earth, okay, the outer world of the earth, you can see it's diseased at this time. We're not taking care of it. If you don't take care of your inner world, then you're just going to look and see, look at the ghettos of the city. This is what most people's inner worlds look like. It's hard to explain this stuff because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Guys, if you're overweight, it just means you're toxic. It means that you probably have a high estrogen diet. It means that you're probably chronically dehydrated. You should learn about drinking clean water. Lots of videos on that. Okay, one of the videos I did is called I think, curative powers of distilled water. Okay, believe what you want. Anyways, learn from the videos. And no one knows everything, okay? And of course, we only know bits and pieces of the truth, and we're supposed to share what we feel is the truth, and or what we know is the truth. And that can only be obtained not by reading, but by experiencing a truth. Because if not, it's just hearsay again. The inner world needs to be cleansed, just like the outer world needs to be cleansed. And if we, the humans, okay, I'm just looking at all these cars right now. I'm on Hilo right now. I'm going to the gym. And if a parasite is no benefit to the host, do you think these people that I see here, they're nice people, I'm not saying that. They just don't understand that they're not adding anything to the planet. All they're doing is taking away. The the definition of a parasite, remember, is no benefit to the host, the earth. Are the same inside your body. Are the parasites beneficial to you? Especially, not only do they eat your food, so you become malnourished. Some species drink your blood, like the tapeworms, and other species like hookworms, and you could have hundreds of these things inside you, as I did. Okay? Drinking your blood, replicating inside you, making colonies of these parasites, and of course eating you to death. The biggest problem, of course, is not that they're sharing your food with you, and well, drinking your blood, your body makes, if it's healthy, it makes more blood, but they're pooping inside you, and that's the big problem. The poop inside the body causes a lot of dysfunction, and your inner world, just like the outer world, having pollution. If you have air pollution or water pollution, it's the same inside your body. And what you put in it makes a big difference. And following, again, detoxification protocols. We live in a toxic exterior world. And the only way to make your inner world more inhabitable is to be able to, you have to self-clean yourself. Earth Academy. Guys, you can only help people so much because a lot of people are too busy, they're too sick, or they're too poor. And not so much in money even, of course that's the big case, but poor layers of critical thinking. Remember, if you have body fat on your body, then you need to do some work. No big deal. It just means, remember, you have an infestation of yeast, mold, fungus, candida, all the things that eat certain types of sugar and processed foods. Cut down to 1 meal a day. Remember, give your body a break from all the pesticides and vegetables. If you have gut problems, then, well, maybe you just want to go ahead and cut out all your seed oils and repair your inner world. Your intestinal tract is everything because it's how every part of the food that you eat gets inside your body. And if it's damaged, or if it's got a breach in the hull, the intestine, then the parasites that live in your gut, and yes, they do live in there, and there are certain anti-parasitic drugs you can take just to go ahead and combat and/or protocols that I've shared a lot, to be able to clean these little, you can call them archons or demons, out of the intestinal tract. Once your intestinal tract gets damaged, you got problems. Because now you've got leaky gut syndrome, as you can say. You got a breach in the hull, and now these parasites get inside your body. We're doing some videos on spirochetes and different types of parasites that, well, most of you people most likely have. Okay? And I just say you people. I do what I can to be able to reduce my load of creatures inside my body that I don't need. But again, you have to see it for yourself, just like in the Matrix. You must see the Matrix for yourself because no one can explain it. Take a drop of your blood, put it on a microscope slide, and let's check and see what the interstitial fluid looks like. Yeah, does your doctor do that for you? I don't think so. Or let's just take a saliva swab, just a little sample between your teeth over there, and let's check out and see what's swimming in that little pocket of flesh, 1 to 2 millimeters into the gum line. Let's check that out. Let's show you the spirochetes in there. Let's show you the little creatures that look like drills, and they're carnivorous, and well, they cause a lot of problems. But at least if you know you have them, you know now that it's the truth. It's truth. You've seen it. It's not hearsay. I can say you have them, and everybody I test does have them. And you can reduce them and or get rid of them because they will cause damage in time. Internally and externally. Anyways, I'm at the gym right here. I just wanted to go ahead and tell you, guys, you are in charge of your inner body, and you're not really in charge of the outer earth you live in, but you can live as good as you feel that you're supposed to. Remember, treat your body on the inside as well as you can, and learn the protocols that we share. Hey, learn to be a liquiditarian for a little while if you're overweight. If you're overweight, guys, then hey, it's real simple. Like I said, start drinking a lot of liquids. There's a lot of protocols that we put out to be able to you know, thin yourself down by starving out a lot of the creatures that live inside your body. So terrain modification, remember, is something that's, well, if you haven't heard of it, it's something you may want to learn. Okay, I'm just going to terrain modify myself right now. I'm going to have some sugar, and I'm going to go work in. I'm going to work my muscles. I'm going to work out for about an hour, and I'm going to go into the sweat room. Okay, and the sweat room is a dry sauna. So if you join a gym, just make sure it has a dry sauna. Right off the tree, because you want to sweat. This is the way you can sweat out a lot of poisons out of your pores. Follow the skin cleaning protocols. Okay, follow the liquid protocols. Look, I'm going to drink this whole thing of water, okay, before I get out of that gym. Okay, I haven't had any breakfast this morning. I had my tea, had a couple of spoons of colostrum. Best thing to heal your gut, but you got to get good colostrum. We'll do videos on that. I don't swallow the fiber. I don't need it. Remember, my jaw's the best juicer in town. I don't need a Vitamix. Okay, all that stuff I used to do with it, unless I want to blend up the skin or something. But look, I'm taking a little bit of sugar in because it's explosive energy. Explosive energy when I'm going to go work out. And it takes, well, me to be able to feed my muscles to be able to grow my muscles. So I'm going to feed them sugar, and after this, I'm going to have a protein and fat meal. Yeah. A couple hours after I work out. Okay, guys. So get in charge of your inner world and try to make the best navigation you can in the outer world. Remember, the outer world got a lot of booby traps. Just a word of the wise, if you're eating grain, just like if you're grain feeding cattle, like grain fed meat, if you look at that meat, it's got a lot of marbleization. Well, humans, you're not really made to eat grain, not a lot of it. And if you do, you get what? You get like the cows, you get fat. You grain fed beef 3 months before you slaughter them, and guess what they do? They get super fat and they get diabetic. Yeah. Moldy hay gives the estrogen effect. They get the marbleization. It's all estrogen in between that meat. That meat's not supposed to have that marble in there. Healthy meat, grass-fed meat doesn't have that. And if you do find it, you'll find it in 1 or 2 cuts. But otherwise, in a grain-fed piece of meat, that thing is loaded full of estrogen. And you're eating that meat that has been from grain-fed beef. Moldy grain, okay? They even put mold pellets in the ears to make cows get fatter, because mold makes estrogen, and estrogen makes you fat. Okay, watch our video on estrogen-fed society. Watch all the Rethinking Reality videos. You can pick up 1 or 2 things on them and investigate them. Don't believe me. This is just my perspectives. That's all. Remember, we're all navigating the matrix here. Like a video game, it's got a lot of booby traps. And there's a lot of rewards here. Okay? It's not made for everybody to be able to wake up within the dream, because a lot of people don't like that. Remember, again, it's a training ground. A training ground not for everybody, but for, you can call it higher activated humans. Okay, you can either be a victim here. It's not a training ground then, because you're just a victimhood that's actually adding dysfunctional energy to the system, right? So, you know, not an easy way to be able to live in this place when it wants to extract and siphon your energy every day. That's all. So, no need to argue with people. No need to go ahead and argue over a point of view. Is because everybody's got a different radio station, guys, and all you're doing is just using, you're feeding the beast. Okay, you're feeding the ethereal beast. Negative energy feeds the beast, because you know what it does to you? It drains the crap out of you, doesn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, one more piece and I'm out of here. So I just had like an orange and a half, bunch of juice, sugar. I'm going to go in there and work out. Work out 3 times a week, guys. That's what I do. Look, I'm 65 years old biologically coming up. Mm-hmm. Or 64. So, anyways, all right, that's it. Aloha, guys. Time to go do my thing. So do your thing. Remember, your body's a machine. It does need to go ahead and actually, well, get moving. It doesn't like sitting in a chair all the time. It doesn't like sitting around all the time. This is a machine, and treat it as so. And if you let a boat sit forever, when you go to use it, the shit don't work. Okay, so yeah, don't be a weekend warrior either and go think you're going to go ahead and conquer the mountain, and all of a sudden you can't walk for a week either. Start out slow, little basic baby steps at a time. Like I said, I've done lots of videos. Go back on the videos when I was a long-haired hippie, okay? And if you are a vegan, guys, you better probably start remineralizing and renutrifying yourselves. That's all, just a word of advice. You can only last so long with eating plants. Plants are very low in bioavailability of many, many, many things, and are incomplete of a lot of things that only you can get in animal products. So don't get sidetracked. You do live in purgatory here, and what you do with the energy that you eat, of course, makes all the difference in the world. If you're just an eating person, then you do nothing with your energy. Yeah, everything's got to eat everything in this place where we live here. That's why we call it purgatory, because everything's got to feed on something. And remember, just because you're eating vegetarian or vegan, remember there's millions of animals that die in the monocropping from all the mice, the coyotes, everything. Anyways, I gotta go. My workout partner's beeping the horn. All right, aloha. Okay, I got cut off there a little bit just because my workout partner came here. So let me just finish this off to make this video make sense. Remember, the inner and outer worlds of ourselves. Whew, I'm just coming down from the sweat box I was in there for like 25 minutes. Whew. About 170 degrees. I probably sweat like 4 pounds. Okay, so your inner world can be cleansed. I just did right now. I just went in the steam room. Actually, not a steam room. It's a dry heat sauna. And when I'm in there, I gua sha my whole body. And some people will ask me, hey, what are you doing? And I'll show them and tell them. Okay, but a lot of people, they're just looking at me going, man, what are you doing? Because they have no idea about maybe some of the secrets on breaking down glycation in the muscle and or softening up the muscles, ligaments, tendons, and making the joints so they have more flexibility by doing gua sha. So in gua sha, if you don't know what that is, that's when we manipulate the tissues with a tool. And it's called a gua sha tool. I've got lots of videos, 100 videos probably on in the sauna. All different types of techniques, cleaning your skin. Remember, your skin is the largest organ of your body, and it's what holds your inner world together. And if your skin, okay, is well, if it's got skin fungus, and almost everybody has skin fungus, I go to the gym here and I see everybody putting their shoulders on the gym, right on the bench. I bring a towel with me. I don't want to put my shoulders on the bench because I'll get tinea versicolor again. And then what do I have to do? I either have the critical thinking to be able to say, how do I get rid of this parasite on my skin? Or I just let it keep on growing. And in time, we call it holly rot. And I see people putting suntan lotion on and trying to cover it up, whatever. And that's just skin fungus, guys. And you got it for not being as smart as you should have been. So this is why I do a lot of these videos, is to show people, guys, look, not only this is how you got it most likely, but this is how not you get rid of it, I got rid of it. Remember, it's all an experiment every day. So the outer worlds really, I mean, I'm looking at the electrical wires here. I can't change that. Okay, the outer worlds, I can't change the fuel in my car. Yeah, I can choose what one I want to get maybe from the 3 they give us. But I can't change the outer world. I can make some choices in the outer world, but inside your world, your inner world, this is where you become the the sculptor. Remember, you're the biochemist of your earth. This is your earth. I mean, your body, right? These are the temples that run it. And if you have critical thinking, and or maybe you see someone else that has some critical thinking, then that may help you. Again, Earther Academy's got a lot of good pieces just to give you a start for your own research. Okay, remember, everything I do at Earther Academy, it's all experimental. That's why we call it an Earther Academy. It's Experimental Research Institute. And I've been doing this for a long time, and over many years, I've seen a thing or two and figured out some things. So if you can find a better, faster, quicker, and smarter and cheaper way to do it to yourselves, guys, for detoxification, for understanding some of the pitfalls of a vegetarian or vegan diet, I mean, there's a lot of them. But we're not going to get into that in these videos. Watch a lot of, like I said, the videos I've done on tips of the day from, you know, people eat, let's say, raw cheese, right? And it's good for you as long as, you know, it's organic. It's not been, you know, adulterated with chemicals and stuff. It's not easy to find, but it's there. But it's wrapped in plastic. So what do? I wash the cheese. I take that nasty plastic on. This is on a tip of the day. This is just an example. I wash that nasty cheese with some coconut soap, unscented, and then I wash it off. And then I put it in a glass little Tupperware jar. That's it. Okay? So there's many ways to be able to go ahead and navigate in this world. And toxicity is one of them. And it's very hidden how to make, like you're going to use pesticides in your house. Why would you do that? I did a video on natural pesticides. That's super, super, super effective for getting rid of fire ants in your house, getting rid of anything that basically is in your house, and it's non-toxic. So why would you spray Raid or one of those super, super toxic chemicals, you know, in your house, even outside your house? Why would you do that? Because you just don't know. Remember, I won't call you even ignorant, because that means you feel, I mean, it's not what it means, but you feel that you're stupid. But I'm just saying you're ignoring other people's research, ignoring, okay, some other ideas, concepts, and disciplines that other people have maybe given you a better way to be able to navigate toxicity. So there's, real quick, parasites, again, is another big department that we share on Earther Academy. Yes, everybody does have parasites, whether you think so or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because everybody does have them. And some people are super infested with them. What do you think, remember, the big C is? Could it be possible that the big C is just cancer? Remember, inquiring minds want to know. And in my opinion, you bet you. What do you think it is? A mystery? Okay, these are bugs. These are micro parasites that are eating us to death, and or living inside us, causing us harm, and or maybe crapping inside us, causing us to become toxic. So, like I said, start out, I mean, Earther Academy's got a lot, like I said, a lot of different departments, from cleaning your feet once a month, soaking them in the vodka alcohol solution, finding out how to maybe start to remove some of the chemicals in your body. Remember, we show you how to make an EDTA cream, ethylene diamine tetracetic acid, which is a certain amino acid that basically is or compound to be able to chelate out a lot of different types of things in your body that are toxic. Okay, watch the video how I use CD for various therapies. I use that every week. And I'm not going to say what that means here, is because it's all, you know, I won't even say the word sense ord. Sensei. I don't need to. And a lot of people are just beginning out right now, so as you'll notice, remember, take your clothes off, look in the mirror, and see if you can use an upgrade. That's it. No one's giving you judgment except for your own self. And no one did it to you. You can blame the big companies that well, we can say poisoned you or made you fat, but it's because, remember, you did it to yourself. There's a lot of crap. When I go to the grocery store, 98% of the stuff in that store is a bunch of crap. And I just have very few selected things that I buy. Remember, most of your organic products right now, once they're sealed up in plastic and stuff, a lot of these organic products have a peel on it made by Mr. Billy, okay? BG, you know who that is. Guy's face is everywhere, and he's got a compound that makes it so I have bread in my refrigerator for 2 months and it hasn't even molded, okay? Never before. I've got Brussels sprouts that I bought, and I got them from Costco, right? Organic Brussels sprouts. I went to California 2 times, and they're still good in the bag, and that's been 6 months. Impossible. Impossible. It's because they're putting something on the vegetables so they're not breaking down, some type of magical potion that they've got that is generally received as safe. Okay, and they say it can go along with organic, but generally received as safe doesn't mean that there's a lot of third-party studies looking at it. It just means the companies, you know, anyways, you got to look into all this stuff. It's very sensitive to talk on social media, so I got to put multiple filters on. Okay, so I'm just out, like I said, out of the gym. You should try to work out if you can 3 times a week and do something. Do something every day, no matter what. Your body's a bloody machine. And do you have the courage to push it a little more than what you have before? Because a lot of people, like I said, everybody looks like they're getting really stiff. Remember, the AI interface is a beautiful thing. Technology is a beautiful thing, but a lot of people use technology way too much, and you're surrounded by the wireless tech way too much, and you're being, you know, transformed into the wireless tech because it's controlling your mind because you're on it all the time. What do you think? Okay? You're on Instagram going down, or TikTok on the things one at a time. It keep you on there for 30 minutes, one after another. Bam, bam. That's mind control. Remember, religions, a lot of different pieces. Remember, my God's better than yours. Okay? Remember, we all live in a place here, like I said, is akin to purgatory. So treat each other real nice, because everybody's suffering in this place. Remember, paper, plastic, or numbers. Okay, it's called currency. And everybody does a lot of stupid shit just to be able to go ahead and survive the scarcity that's being pushed upon everybody. So it doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter que habla español, or you speak another language, or you're a different nationality. It doesn't matter what anything you are, is because everybody's in the same boat. You just have to sort of pick what side that you believe is what you want to have in your world. Remember, your inner world is biochemistry, and your outer world is controlling your mind. That's just all I wanted to say. But so, like I said, outside the world, the world that is being, you know, pushed upon us, all you can do is navigate, guys, and be nice to each other. It's because, again, everybody's suffering. As you can see, there's a lot of insanity going on, a lot. So, yep. Anyways, my motto is, I observe a lot of the things that are being pushed on the people, but I don't absorb. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff that you could go ahead and research, but I don't absorb any of it, because there's a lot of weird stuff, and weird means evil. Okay? That shouldn't be, you know, being pushed on collective groups. But anyways, okay, got it. Remember, it's super filter on, so can't say much. Okay, guys, take care of yourselves. Don't, you know, be strong, because most likely you're not strong. Get strong. And that means putting a little effort in your diet, putting a little effort in your detox diet, okay, and also your nutritional diet. Putting a little effort into some form of daily stretching, exercise, physical activity. Putting some time into reading. Using your mind, not just to be, you know, like under the trance when you watch television. Okay, use your mind to be able to think, ask questions. There's lots to say, but there's really nothing to say, because everybody's got their own power. And I see that some people do take advantage of making their world better. And a lot of people, they just say, well, I just can't because I'm in such a circumstance. Well, you can. You can. Start with yourself. Start with how you feel about yourself. Look, check it out. I shaved off the beard. We all change chapters, and when we do, we do. Okay. So if you don't like yourself too much, change it up. It's good to change the way you look, the way you dress. For the better, though, not for the worse. And if you want to do things for the worse, well, then you can feel how it is on that side, and then, of course, try the other side and see which side you like better. Whew. Okay, lots to do today. We'll see you guys. Aloha. And I took all the lychee. We just finished pretty much lychee season. We picked about, I don't know, probably 90,000 pounds of lychee. I'm just looking to see. I brought a couple lychee for some people inside. Let's see if I got one in here. But here we go. These are lychee. I just picked a couple off the tree, and they are so good. So we picked, this is just an immature one. Usually they're about that size. So this is a baby one. They're super, super floral. And they do have medicinal qualities. The skin is anti-parasitic. You can make tea out of it. And the inside is loaded full of polysaccharides, which helps you in your fluids in your body. It's a hydraulic fluid of your body, polysaccharides. They make up part of your sperm, brain, a lot of stuff. Okay, anyways, we were picking, our best day we picked was 7,500 pounds. That's a lot of lychee. Shipped, boxed, graded, cleaned, and past Department of Ag so they can look for fire ants. And then the customers get them, and they have to like the fruit because it's got to be, it's got to be in good shape. If not, I don't get paid. So it's all got to be done perfect. But what a thing to be able to feed. I mean, let's say 100,000 pounds of these fruits, and everybody who eats one of these things is a happy camper. Nobody doesn't like. I haven't even found a person that doesn't like lychee. There's some people don't like certain fruits like durian and. That's the eyeball. And they do taste like they're meat. Not like watermelon, all mushy and stuff. So I'm wearing, like I said, my lychee shirt. Thank you, Herldon. And on the back it says Lychee Man. Aloha with the lychee in the middle. And Herldon's one of my best buyers. He's been buying fruit off me for 14 years or so. He sells fruit on a road stand in Oahu. And he buys like 1,500 to 2,000 up to 2,500 pounds every day. Every day. Okay, so I like working with families because we're all here to help, not corporations. The corporations don't care about anything. They're just money making. So when I try to send the lychee out, I don't want to sell to stores. I'll sell to a few of good relationships I have with people. I got to give them credit and everything. But I like selling to the roadside guys. They all have families and they're selling on the side of the road. And it's a gamble every day to do fruit because it expires. So anyways, all right guys. Whew, the rest of the day my brain chemicals are on fire. Everything's balanced. I mean, I worked out really hard. I did back, chest, shoulders, and legs today. Because since I'm not working out 3 times a week, usually I work out Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, because we've been doing lychee. I've been doing lychee every day, 15 hours every day. Wake up 5 o'clock in the morning and don't get done until usually 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night. And that's including also mowing 2-3 hours a day to keep up all the orchards. Because we have over 50 acres of grass, and so that's a lot of grass to cut, especially if it grows 6 inches a week. Sometimes even a foot in spots. A week in the summer. Oh yeah, happy solstice. It's the summer solstice, the longest day of the year today. So what a beautiful thing. Okay, guys, we'll see you, and aloha. And again, have a beautiful day. Okay. Whew.